The interview will last as long as we draw. Let's make it bigger. No operation needed.
It's okay, bro. It's not the size, it's how you use it.
This is from another galaxy called N87. Can I eat just one cookie?
No. That's for the show. No, I told you. I'm not sure how much you guys earn, but here they work for food. My husband has a rifle. He collects weapons.
That's a good
Do what your heart and soul desires, not what... No, she meant you go to Tajikistan, she will take me to Moscow.
Yeah, I am the reason why two super famous comedians of the Middle East broke up. That's it, we're done shooting here.
Sandeep, she's the host. Can she start, please?
No, like I wanted to say, guys, we have in our studio a very famous personality from Russia.
Sandeep, Anastasia is the host. Let her do the talking, please.
It's okay, bro.
I know, I think today I'll just keep quiet. I found the best, the funniest men in the Middle East. And this is called delegation. You know, when you just find people who can make a better show than you. However, I have to teach them how to draw. Anand and Sandeep, these are two superstars for stand-up in the Middle East on our YouTube channel today. We will laugh a lot.
Absolutely, I'm very excited. Sandeep, you can have the cookie now.
Excuse me, my name is not spelled properly.
No, Sandeep, that's in Russian. It's not English.
Can you see? I am very bad with Russian names, so I had to write them down and I had to point who's sitting where. Of course, okay, it's mirrored for you.
So my name is S-U-N, like the sun, and it is deep inside me.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah.
That's easy to remember now. Great. A deep sun.
Yeah. But there is a story by how my name came. So when I was born in the hospital, it was very early in the day, and for the whole night I did not come out. So the sun was just rising at that time, and that is exactly the time that I came out. And so my grandmother was there. Everybody was very worried about what will happen to my mother. My grandmother said, let's keep his name Sunrise. But thankfully, my dad was working in Dubai. He said, no, there is already a supermarket by that name.
I was waiting for a good payoff for that
wait,
story.
Wait,
We're live right now.
It's not finished. So my dad said, and my dad said, we don't want everybody to order grocery from him and bully him, you know, like, hey, give one potato, one tomato. So my dad said, since the sun is already deep inside him, because the sun rays were falling on my body, his name will be Sandeep. And at this point, we need some background music.
And my name is just Anand.
And everybody calls him Ananas.
No one calls me ananas. Ananas means pineapple in Arabic. No one calls me that, please. Anastasia, please continue.
Actually, you know, it's fantastic because yesterday I decided that I want to study stand-up. And there's a school in Moscow, it's called School of Stand-up. And I signed up for that because I think humor is a trigger thing. Everybody loves it. It raises your mood, it works with your concentration. And we will talk about the humor today. Of course, I'll be serious and the guys will not be, but we will draw in neurographics. Have you ever heard about
Never
neurographics?
heard about it before, but I'm excited to learn about it.
Neurographic means brain, and graphic means you have to make some big graphs like in Excel.
Yep, something like that. We're studying Excel now. Yeah. Actually, it's a method to work with your subconscious. You see, we wrote it on the cupcake, Neurographics, so that you can remember it now. No, you can't. This is not allowed to eat. No, for sure not. And just, you know, not to go into details, I'll just tell you what it does. Neurographics, with the help of motor skills, makes your dreams come true. And it works for me. I got so many awards. I got 6 million followers. I got a much better income. It really does work. It's a scientifically proven method. It was developed by a very, very famous Russian scientist, Pavel Piskaryov. It was created just 10 years ago, and it's so popular in Russia. Everybody's doing it. All the politicians, all the stars, all the major entrepreneurs, even Forbes entrepreneurs are doing it. Housewives, children, everybody does that. So I would love to teach you that as well, to teach you neurographics. And while we are drawing, we'll be talking.
You're telling me this makes your dreams come true, so you're saying Sandeep is going to be able to get a girlfriend from this?
He might, who knows, if he's dreaming about a girlfriend. Oh.
Hello, we are not supposed to discuss private matters.
I'm sure you were going to draw
If
something.
I want, I will tell her about your ex-girlfriend. He lost 2 girlfriends.
Anastasia, let's continue. Let's draw some more. Come, davai, raboti.
Let's continue. All right. So can you both choose a goal that we draw? So you will have to have a measurable goal so that you can tell me that you have definitely reached it at a point of time, and you'll have to talk about it online later during your stand-ups. You will talk about a crazy Russian girl who made your dreams come true.
Okay, amazing.
So which goal would you like to choose?
I'll let him start.
Sorry,
first.
what was the question again?
Oh my God.
No, what I have to choose?
You have to choose a goal or something
goal.
you're aspiring towards.
I have to tell or in my mind?
We will have to write about it, we will talk about it. So yeah, it has to be some regular goal, a public goal. Maybe you want to be receiving an award, or when you want to be perform in a famous hall somewhere. Though you have won so many things in the Middle East, I've heard, like best stand-up comedians. Maybe you want another award, maybe you want to perform in a certain country. Or how about 30 concerts per month? Huh?
I like the way you think. One of my goals is I want us to have a show on Netflix or some big major platform.
That's amazing. Let's do that. For Netflix, we'll draw Netflix.
For me, I want to make people laugh, as many people as possible.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it's very nice.
But can they laugh at Netflix?
No, whether it will be on Netflix or whether it will be in somebody's house or it will be in some part of the world, I don't care. As long as my message of making people happy by spreading laughter is the goal for me.
Sandeep, the producers at Netflix might be watching this, and this is how you choose to do it. I mean, you had one opportunity to say something about Netflix.
Netflix also is a medium of communication, so I would also like to be on Netflix, but the main goal is to spread laughter, to meet as many people as possible, because my father told me that I have to make some difference in life of somebody, and I feel that after going through all my life until now, I felt I have never been happy until I started making other people happy. And I could only make other people happy when I made them laugh. Because when I make them laugh, I feel joy.
It is beautiful, but we need a quantifiable goal, because otherwise you can't tell that everybody that it came true.
Yeah.
Quantifiable goal, I want to make 1 billion people happy by my
But how
comedy.
can you check that? Let's write it down as 1 billion people viewed your video. How about that? And you will call me in some time and tell me, Nastya, it worked. 1 billion people watched my reel, watched my Netflix show. Something quantifiable that we can say, we reached it.
That's your real goal? Is it not to find love? Do you not want to find true love? Or what is your...
That is also there.
So speak it out into existence.
No, but
now is the time.
First goal is...
We've already made millions of people laugh. Why do you want billions? Why is that number important to you?
No, you have to keep on making them laugh until I die.
That's so dark.
You cannot just make them laugh now. Then you have to make
Guys,
them
I have a piece of bad news for you. The interview will last as long as we draw. And we haven't even started.
Let's start. Come on, guys.
So what's the goal?
Okay, mine is I want to be on a Netflix show with Sandeep.
That's for the show.
Yes.
No, I told you.
No, for the energy.
Anastasia is going to lose all energy talking to you.
Just one. Oh, the energy. So let's write this goal. Let's write 1 billion views. A great measurable goal. After that, we will see if it's Netflix or somewhere else. So 1 billion views. So from here, we write the goal, and now we will make a special exercise with you. It's 2 minutes, and in 2 minutes you have to write 20 words within this goal. So you write, I make people happy, I want Netflix, I want YouTube, I want other platforms, maybe some other thoughts about the team, the producers, the money, the amount of concerts, anything that you can connect to the goal. You write it down. Why do we do it? During this time, you activate the neurons. I love that you're repeating things after me. So you activate the neurons in your head that have to deal with this goal, and you create a special connection with this goal with your neurons. So it's a very deep work with your subconscious. 20 words. Verbs, nouns, adjectives, anything that have to do with 1 billion views.
Okay, got it.
Let's go. 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes are out. Oh, wow, you wrote a lot of words. That's fantastic. Difference. If you would like to draw with us 1 billion views for your video, yeah, let's do that as well. If you don't really know how neurographics works, and it's the first time you see me, you can have a look at the link below our profile, where you can learn how to draw neurographic lines. Pause this interview, have a look, and come back to draw with us. I can tell you for sure that in a couple of days after this drawing, the amount of views for your videos will grow. Well, not maybe 1 billion in one day, but hey, you will see the connection, and you will see the connection too. You will see this goal happening within a couple of days.
I'm ready.
Within a week, you will see it will work out for you. Yes, maybe it's a short video, it's a Reels or YouTube video. It does work. Let's take away the pages, and we will start drawing on the canvas. And you will keep this canvas for you after you finished, and you can put it somewhere in your house where you can see it every day, so that you can remember your goal, and you visualize your goal, and you will remember that you want 1 billion views. So we are doing the most difficult algorithm with you. It's called NeuroGo. It's a lot of triangles, but it's the strongest one of all. After that, you may have some things that may be going against you. My Instagram got blocked after this algorithm. It's a conflict that you're solving, but that's how you find a growth. After you do this, you may stumble on something of a damage in your business, but that's how you encounter growth. I hope you're not. I'm not overwhelming you.
That's a bit scary. Is the damage going to come on his side of the business, or it's going to come on my side? It's going to come on both of ours. So first there might be some damage, you're saying, and then you're saying it's going to be better after that. Okay, I'll blame it on you. Let's start.
It doesn't have to be damage. It might happen.
Blame it on the rain. Don't blame it on me.
That's a song. It's a
Blame it
popular
on
song.
the
Let's start,
rain.
please.
All right, so we are making a star with triangles that are looking into the middle of this star. It doesn't have to be geometrically perfect. Maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's it has a lot of sides, but the main thing is a wonderful shiny star. A lot of sides to it. Amazing, you're doing well.
Thank you. I took art class when I was a kid, and I learned a lot from my tutor. Yes, I also got a graphic design degree, which I didn't use, so now I'm a comedian, and my parents are very
I hope you're
disappointed.
kidding right
I
now.
wish I was kidding. My parents spent so much money for me to go to college, and it just went to waste. But it's okay, I can tell some funny jokes now.
I can tell you what you draw right now.
Yes, please. Yeah, this would be amazing.
I'm fairly honest. Unfortunately, I don't speak English, so I have never seen your show.
It's okay, no worries.
I have never seen your show because I don't speak English. I will try my best to find a translation for your show, but I think you have a leader. The biggest star must be the leader of the project. And your star is smaller. Look at my star, it's huge. And you feel, you know, you are definitely...
It's okay, bro. It's not the size, it's how you use it. Small. It's okay.
I'll help you. Let's make it bigger. No operation needed.
Yeah.
So from here, you are making it bigger. The angles.
To fill the whole thing.
Yeah. So the surrounding field is the world, and you are the star in this world. You have to see yourself big that way. The funny thing about it is you can never lie to the paper. You are drawing how we feel.
Just see, it's crazy. Look at how big mine is compared to yours. I mean, it's so true.
Exactly. Make it bigger.
Yeah, make it bigger now.
Make it bigger.
You have to make it bigger right now, yes.
Who are you lying to?
Star.
Yeah. That's funny.
Overcompensating.
It's not exactly a star now. But okay, you are an artist. That's how you see it.
No, because in another galaxy, the star configuration is different.
This is how he explains to all the women at the end of the night.
100%.
The Milky Way galaxy is not the only star we have.
Okay, another diagnostics. What I can see is that you like classic humor, and Sandeep is truly alien.
Yes, absolutely. He's very all over the place, and I'm very
I can tell that straight away from the shirt and from the drawing, the star.
Wow, amazing.
This is from another galaxy called N87.
Fantastic. And from your star, we are doing those neurographic lines that I was talking about. Make a lot of those lines, and they have to cross all the triangles. Every triangle has to be crossed with such a line. Fantastic line, thank you so much. It's not sinusoid, you have to make it different all the time. Okay, Sandeep, yours? Fantastic, amazing. You must have been doing neurographics all your life. All right, so now we are starting the main thing. We are rounding and chatting around your career and your humor and your goal and the billion views, because I have so many questions for you. Well, Sandeep is never going for the easy way. Totally alien. Fantastic. Okay, enough. Okay, finish your line. Finish your line till the end.
Finish the line.
You have to finish this line till somewhere. Another thing, quite important, you have a lot of lines that don't end somewhere. These lines have to be intersecting with another line, whichever is close.
Okay.
Just connect them, so that no line is left alone. Finish the lines to any other line which is next to it, so that all the lines connect to something, so that all the lines connect. And once we have finished, oh, another one? If you find it's later, it's okay, you can do it later too. So we are rounding and we are chatting. Serious stuff, funny stuff, whatever. Whatever you want to do, you can, that's the best thing about neurographics. You can do your things, you can talk, you can work while your subconscious mind is actually busy doing something and you are getting successful.
Yeah, one day I was going in the African jungle. I have to keep drawing.
Yeah, you draw and talk.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And I saw a lion. And then the people in my jeep started calling the lion like this. So I told people, see, this is not a lion, this is not a cat, this is lion. They disturbed the whole place so much that all the animals went into hiding, because these people in this jeep were so many people trying to disturb the whole animals. The only animals we saw after this was cows.
I think the use of the marker helps a lot because it's like the smell takes you to another place. Do you usually use markers?
Finito.
Actually, yeah, markers smell and it's alcohol.
Ah, okay.
But
That's my
guys,
attitude brain then. Never
I have
mind,
a question,
sorry.
a lot of questions in fact. Ready to chat with me? But you will have to keep drawing.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. While we chat, because we have to go ahead with it.
Okay.
You can, one is drawing, one is talking, whatever would works for you. Question number 1. What do you think? Can any person earn money by being funny? Or is it a super talent, a superpower? Or can you teach yourself to do that? Oh, but enough lines, we can do the rounding now.
Okay, perfect. I think people can be funny, but I don't think everybody can be funny. I think that humor is also very subjective. So one of the most important things is that if you want to be able to earn money for a living by being funny, you have to have thick skin, because when you make jokes, not everyone can take it in the best possible way. Some people get offended. So you cannot be easily offended. You have to break down your walls and break down your ego. And then after that, you can learn to truly be funny in the moment.
Yeah, for everybody has to be truthful to their own self and be ready to expose themselves to the world. Because everyone has all types of qualities inside them. Depends on what they want to hide and what they want to show. So if you are able to show to the world your funny side, but don't think that I have to impress the people, I have to make them laugh. When you try to do that, your inner self is not going to be fully original. It is always going to be something which is made up. And that connection will then get disconnected. So when you are fully in sync with yourself and you say, this is what I want to show to the world, your funny side, your angry side, your depression side, all will be exposed to the world. Depends on how much truthful you are with your own self. So to answer your question, everybody can be a comedian, but they have to let go of their inner inhibitions.
I'm so sorry, I think I destroyed this. I don't know if there's any salvaging. I looked at yours, it's so beautiful. It looks like a Pink Floyd album, like a cover band of an artist, and mine looks like trauma and childhood pain or something.
I can tell you one thing, and it's bad news. We will keep going with this interview until we finish. 6 hours?
6 hours. By the way, I just want to say it's so lovely to be here with you. And you know what's the amazing thing is that we have the translator in our ear, which is coincidental because Sandeep has never had a woman whisper in his ear before. So this is the first time for something like that. So.
This guy is just...
you
have a very traumatic childhood.
What? Can you not bring that up in the camera?
And I think he suffered a lot of trauma. Some women have left him, and after that he is always thinking somebody else need a woman.
I told you not
I
to bring
have
up
a
my
wife,
ex-girlfriend.
I have two girlfriends, and even your girlfriend after leaving, you know with whom she went?
Don't say
No
it.
prizes for guessing.
I really like that you talk about it, because all the traumas can be worked through with neurographics. But yes, your drawing is a thing. What did you do to your star?
I don't know. I was just talking and drawing at the same time, and then I got carried away. So
You will
what I
have to do
now?
all the rounding. Like I told you.
Finish.
No.
Rounded.
It cannot be finished like that. You have to round every corner. It's not possible to do it otherwise. That's the interview. We will stay there here forever, 24 hours. The cookies are here because we will stay here for a long time. I showed you, right? Triangles, rounding. Yeah, right?
yes, Anastasia got lost in translation because when you said rounding, I started drawing circles. That's why I drew circles everywhere.
Rounding
because
means
you said
this one, right?
rounding.
Anastasia, this one, rounding means this, right?
Yes, you see, this is supposed to be a star, and this is supposed to be 1 billion
Can I
views.
do one fresh one? Fresh?
He wants to start
No,
from scratch.
no. You have to work it through. No way. Not allowed. You will have to live with that too. Last round. Back to our questions though. In terms of humor, anybody can be a comedian, you say, or not. But is there a way to create good jokes? I love humor. I absolutely do. What's really cool for me is when I am not feeling very well, I had a quarrel with somebody, my mood is not good. We are talking about resources a lot, how do you heal, how do you feel better? For me, stand-up is the healing. I immediately feel so much better in 15 minutes, and in half an hour, I'm totally okay. So the question is, I know that humor really helps you. And there are a lot of cases when people got better while they were very, very sick just by watching comedy shows and stand-up comedy. I heard about that. Do you think that it's possible for a person who doesn't understand humor to create a good joke? Is there a mechanism to create a good joke?
Yes, the thing is with comedy, you have to be a better comedian, you need to again release your inner trauma, and when you are comfortable releasing that, then the other person feels he is telling something which is true, and then the joke does not have to be the reality, because then you are talking to a therapist. It will be more, you have to exaggerate it. For example, my father always wanted me to be engineer, and my mother wanted me to be doctor. But then when I became a teenager, my aunt started staying in the house, and one night she saw me watching something on the computer. So she went running to my parents and said, he's not going to be doctor or engineer, he's going to be gynecologist.
Oh my God. You see what I mean with this guy? No, but I think it's true. Like humor is.
No, so the trauma.
After this, Anastasia never called us back on her show.
So the trauma is that I could not fulfill my parents' dreams. So now I cannot say. So the gynecologist thing never happened. The aunt was never staying in the house, but I have to make it funny to have a release. So that one had a release by that joke. So the ending was not true. Yeah, so the mechanism of joke structure is have a topic. Okay, so let's say you want to talk about makeup, right? So now the start has to be something which is called a setup. So the setup is where you say, I always wanted to be a very good in makeup. Now you need to have something called as a connector. Connector means something about why you wanted to be good at makeup. So you can say, I wanted to be good at makeup because my friends and everybody who I know is always looking so good when they go out. So I also want to be good in that, right? Now comes the main punchline, which means you are now twisting the whole thing upside down. So everybody is thinking, oh, she wants to be. So the logical argument is, oh, everybody knows that, oh, I want to be good in makeup. Okay, very good. Why you want to be good in makeup? Because of this. Now you have to say something which is related but not true about makeup. So you can say that because that was the only way I can hide my.
That was about as funny as when my dog passed away. Leave the jokes to professionals, my friend. No, but I think you can make jokes about anything. What he said was true. You need to have a premise, which is before the beginning of the joke. You have to have the setup, and then you have to have the punchline. So by following this flow, you can definitely make some funny jokes. For example, one of the jokes that I have, I was born and raised in God's own country. So God's own country, usually people think that it's in India. So they immediately, their head go there. And I just go, I was born in God's own country, Sharjah Rola. But Sharjah is actually a place that's next to Dubai, and it has a lot of Indians in it. So immediately people start laughing because they think she's not laughing, it's not funny. Okay.
The translation, sorry, it's, it's not finished yet.
Yeah. It was very funny actually, but the translation got lost. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
No, see, what he has done wrong is he gave a theme which is not relatable. So he said Sharjah Rola. So if people don't know what is Sharjah and Rola,
right?
Like let's say you are telling a joke about Russia, about some city in Russia, which I have never been to Russia.
Exactly.
So I cannot relate to what you are trying to, like I don't know what is that theme. So always when you are saying something, it has to be in the context of relation. So maybe you can say, I had a dog, I had a cat, I went to this on this flight. So I will give another example. So I am always scared of going on plane. Okay. So I get scared. So now this is a setup. So everybody is like, oh, okay, you are scared of going on flight. Now the second part is the connection, the middle part. So I am saying I was always scared of going on flights, but one day I had to go and visit my mother. So I boarded this flight, which was an African airline, and as soon as I sat, I felt very comfortable when the pilot announced that it was also his first time.
But that's a serious thing, it's work. You have to sit down and create jokes like math,
Yeah, so it will only be created when you bring out your trauma. So my trauma was real. I always used to be scared of going on a plane. Now the brain will give you ideas on how to make it funny. But if I say that, oh, I want to make a joke because I want to make some people laugh, then I might think about something which is not at all relevant. So for example, if you tell me, Sandeep, can you make a joke about this marker? It's not related to me. So I will try to say something which is not funny. So, but if maybe in school, my teacher always used to hit me by throwing me the marker, I can be much better in telling a joke on this marker. So I'll say that if you tell me, okay, so now I have to imagine a scenario where I was actually, somebody threw a marker at me. Okay, so I will exaggerate. So maybe you say, okay, tell me this. So I can still make a joke, but I have to imagine that this happened. So I'll say that in school I had very terrible time because my teacher used to always throw a marker at me. I realized that this is very good for me to behave in school, but then I thought this is very good in also making money. Because I collected so many markers, I used to sell these markers to other students because I never used to get pocket money. So that money that I got from selling markers, today I have a company called Marker Pens.
Wow, that turned into a TED Talk. Very, very funny, bro. Congratulations.
So now you see, this is just very raw, right? It's a very
raw like a
thing.
potato.
It is not fully formed as a joke. But you see, there is a story. There is a start and an end. Now I have to sit and think how I can make this more funny.
Yeah, why don't you go over there and sit and think about that while we work on this neurographic?
Your neurographic is shit what you drew.
Wait.
By the way, I have to be honest with you. This looks more like neurographics than your drawing. I can't humiliate people, I know, but it looks like you're not even trying.
Okay, can you say that again?
I think you're not trying at all.
For dramatic effect.
She did not translate, I think.
She translated, yes, it's in her ear. You cannot hear it. Just joke, didn't work.
all the connections, you have to round them. This is very beautiful, but we have to do the rounding everywhere. And the star has to shine as a you don't really want a billion views, do you?
Like round means...
No, I
Okay,
will
here,
round all of
yes.
them.
Like I told you, we have to, all the connections, we have to round them to make circles. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
You
okay
know,
because
half an hour you finally got it. Good.
got it.
my mom in school said I was an all-rounder, so don't worry, I won't have any trouble rounding this up. Does that translate? I'm not sure if that translates.
Yeah, translation is a little bit difficult. But let's talk about the difference in humor depending on the country, nationality, or other things. Do different
I'm
countries
very
joke
bad
differently?
in drawing
I can see that. But I can tell
and
you,
mathematics.
What does that have to do with her question? It had
No, that
nothing
is
to
why
do-
I am taking long time to do this. Anything which is new to me, I take long time to understand.
that's true for everybody. Don't worry. I can tell you, I'm just as bad at joking.
I think everyone has the capability of joking, but I think to answer your question, I think humor is universal. You know, it like really works across the board. Certainly, different countries have different kinds of sense of humor. Like I would say in America, they like a lot of roast style humor. They like a lot of deadpan. They like jokes that might be a bit more mean towards other people, but depending on where you are, I found that when I went to India and we were performing over there, they like a lot of crowd work, which we were very surprised about. They like it when we engage with the crowd and talk to them. When we went to London and we did a show, we found that London people like very deep, sophisticated jokes, but then they also like a bit more crass jokes here and there. So definitely it depends on the culture and the type of people as well. But I'll let Sandeep talk about that. He looks like he's going through a midlife crisis right now.
What about black humor? Does that work like as a cheat code? So when you do black joke humor, people just love it better.
Black humor.
Dark humor, yeah, dark humor.
Oh, dark humor. That was about to get very lost in translation.
Dark humor, I am
Jenny
very
was
good
about to
in
get
dark
me
humor.
cancelled right now.
Okay, so I'll tell you one dark humor joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 10 years old, my father brought me a birthday cake, and my father was very stingy. He used to always say, why you need to have birthdays and blah blah blah. So my mother was like, no, he's 10 years old, because until that time we never had any birthday cakes for my birthday. And so on the 10th, he said, my mother said, you have to bring. So he brought me a birthday cake, but it had only got one candle on it, and he told me to blow it out 10 times. So I did, so I had to light again, like this. So I had got good lungs, so somehow I managed to do foo, 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 foo 10 times, right? But then my father did something very terrible. He used the same technique for the birthday of my grandmother. She was 96 years old. So my father says, on the positive side, he never had to buy her a cake again. So don't, just joking guys, my grandmother is still alive in my heart.
So dark. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that is
I
dark humor.
love dark humor, honestly. However, you know, everybody has to be tolerant. You have to be very careful. Do you have to
Yes.
apologize for your jokes sometimes?
As a comedian, you can never apologize for your jokes, because I believe the moment you apologize for your jokes, then you're opening yourself up for public scrutiny, and then you can never be truly true to yourself. If you believe in the joke and if you believe it's funny, then you should be able to say it with pride. But of course, there's a fine line between it, because if you joke about something, let's say that's dark humor, but it's not funny, then it's just like, why are you even saying it? You know, it has to actually serve a meaning.
Have you ever suffered because of your jokes? Like something happened, like a physical aggression, or you know, a law, you were fined, or somebody hit you? Or whatever?
I had an experience where I was in a bar, and there was a man who was really, really drunk in the back of the bar, and he was heckling every single one of the comedians that went on stage. He was yelling and saying, "You're not funny, you're not this, that." And because I was the host of the night, I had to take charge. So I went on stage, and I just started really like roasting this man. I was like saying, the chains on your neck are fake. You look like a discounted version of this one celebrity. You're not funny. And then he was like, actually, I'm a singer. I can sing and I can do better than you. And I said, we don't have auto-tune over here. I'm so sorry. And then like everyone was shocked. Like, how can you say these things? But then the rest of the people were laughing, and he got so shamed he walked out of the bar. So you can use humor to kind of deflect the scene and make the most of the situation as well.
Like a weapon, yeah?
Yeah.
But one thing is, you should never make fun of people who are already suffering, because it's called punching down.
Yeah.
So let's say you're talking bad about a handicapped person.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a joke where the handicapped person is making a joke on you back, like he has a comeback, then it is considered very offensive. So again, people making joke about their wife or their girlfriend, like showing women as down, they need to have a comeback where the woman is also very bad. Like my wife has this, can we talk about...
Of course, yeah, sure.
Okay.
we can cut it out if it's too bad.
Cut it out. Okay, no need. Okay, anyway, I will tell it. So, my wife has this annoying habit of comparing me with the movie stars. Whenever we watch any movies, and she always compare me with other husbands. Look at that husband. Always like taunting. And especially when we watch any movie, she is like, oh, look at his six-pack abs. What you got? You got some big one-pack. Look how well he dance. You don't have any dance moves. So if she watch another movie, she is like, oh, look, he is riding the horse so well. What are you? You don't even know anything. See how well he swim. And so on and so on. Always comparing. So one night we were watching porn together. So I told her, look how well she rides. Look, she does not have any headaches. Look how she is sharing him with her friends. So the very next day she took me to church. She told her father, please share him with Jesus.
As we are talking about sex, I do think that humor, I'm a woman, I think that humor makes a man very sexy. And within my friends, I have men who are not very classically beautiful, but are very, very popular with women because they're funny.
I also have a joke, Anastasia. You want to hear my joke?
I will come to Russia.
Of course.
No. Okay, you want to hear my joke?
Yes, of course.
But it's also a dirty joke, so I don't know if I can say.
Go ahead.
Dating me is like rain in Dubai. You're only going to come once a year. But when you do, you're going to flood the streets.
At this point, you have to insert the cricket sound.
I don't even...
Bro, you again did a joke
guys,
about...
it's just very slow, sorry.
You should have
Great
said
joke,
dating
I
is
can
like
hear it, but just I'm hearing it
dating
later.
in Russia.
Yeah,
Jenny, you're hearing it? She liked it. The translator heard it, so that's all I need.
it also needs a good translation, of course. And it's just, if I were to hear it faster, because you have finished your joke and I'm still waiting for it, It's starting for me, so it's a bit slow, sorry. Yeah. A bit of a delay.
Timing kind of a thing.
That is why they say leave the jokes to professionals.
Your jokes are translated faster.
You have an advantage, I have a handicap. See?
So there is another one.
But
No,
wait
why people like sex jokes or any jokes which are taboo is because it is always been told not to talk about it, and somebody talks about it, they feel it is like instantly they feel like they are talking their inner things they are talking out. So they instantly connect. So if you want to do stand-up jokes, always try and touch the taboo topics, but the risky factor is you might become very offensive, which you have to be very careful. Because people don't know what is the borderline, where should I not cross the line, and that will only happen, again going back to the same thing what I said before. If you are true to yourself, if you know that this is me, and I am honest to myself, I love myself 100% unconditionally, then you go and talk about your bad things that happened in your life, good things that happened in your life, then it becomes more relatable to the other person. Otherwise, you say that, oh, I want to go and make people laugh because I want to feel loved, because I will get money, because I will get women, then the joke is not coming from your heart. It is coming from something which is external. There is a conflict. Your internal part is saying, I don't feel the joke is, I cannot feel. But no, people are laughing. I want to talk about it. No. So the joke flops.
Just like your drawing, it flopped. Can you finish it? It's not finished. Mine is finished. See, this is rounded.
No way. There's a lot to do. This and this and this. All of that has to be rounded. So it's about 3 hours more, you know. However, I have to say you're really catching up. If you don't round it, you will not be working on the tasks that you have made for yourself. It's like, you know, your neuron connection is not, it's still open.
I see. Okay.
I finish.
No, of course not. All of that has to be rounded. I feel like you are not really listening to me telling how to round
He's
it.
definitely not.
All of it. Here and here.
Just put a round.
All of that, yes. All of them. Yeah, I can help you. But that's my billion views then. All the questions I have is regarding humor, because you are very interesting to me as stand-up comedians. Very different people for me. I don't really talk to comedians much. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, other stars, but not many stand-up comedians. I'm so curious. Do you write special materials if somebody orders it from you? Because that's very fashionable in Russia. There is an author, he doesn't really perform, but he writes scripts for certain stand-up comedians and shows, and he's not famous. Or do you buy jokes? Can you tell about that, or is it a secret?
No, it's fine. We don't ever buy jokes. We write the jokes ourselves, but we do, if there's any kind of like show that's going on and people want us to write jokes for them, we can help them with the scripture. I think like we get on a call with them and we help them write the jokes. Or sometimes we'll have a brainstorming session with friends where we can all bounce off ideas off of each other. But for us, the main fun part about creating comedic content is creating the jokes live. So when we're making our videos together, we usually just have a topic and then we come and we start talking about it, and then it just the joke happens over there by itself.
And you? Do you buy them secretly?
Sorry, what was the question?
He really flew away to his galaxy. Welcome back.
He did. Yeah.
We were talking regarding whether you buy jokes. Don't tell what you answered. Do you buy jokes?
Buy jokes? No, we don't need to buy jokes, because then if you buy jokes, it's already on the internet. What you will, no need to buy, it's already on the internet.
No, she means hiring a ghostwriter.
No, because the ghostwriter cannot relate to what is your persona, what is your personality. And I have tried a ghostwriter before, and it was totally disaster, because that person is writing the punchline, he is thinking this is funny, but when I say it, it is not getting connected, because it is not my joke.
Funny.
It has to reflect on my personality. So if I say somebody else who has prepared the joke for me thinking it is funny in his way, not in my way. So that is the problem. So ghostwriters are good if there is a TV show. So let's say there is like the Jimmy Fallon show, Saturday night show, where the guys have to, so they have a team of writers who will come and say, okay, today's Trump this, Trump did that, this is a very trending topic which has to be funny. So does not matter who says it. But stand-up comedy is totally different. Stand-up comedy, you have to say things which are, you feel is related to your life, or you observe something which you want to talk about. So maybe I observe that there is 6 cookies here and that one person has eaten only 1 cookie, right? So the good thing is that you allowed me to eat 1 cookie, and the more good thing will be that if you give me opportunity to have another cookie.
So that whole thing you were talking about was just
Of
leading up
course,
to you
but,
eating the cookie.
that would be that's per joke. Per joke. One
I
cookie per
told you
joke.
4 jokes already, but I ate only 1 cookie.
Okay, good. That's fair. Would you like a cookie too? But I need a joke.
Okay, fine.
I'm not sure how much you guys earn, but here they work for food.
This is actually related to our real life. So in the beginning, when we first started putting up the videos, I wasn't expecting it to get a lot of views. And one day, did he steal another cookie?
No, I told 4 jokes. I told 4 jokes.
Okay, fine. So when I
I ate only 2.
when we first
If
started,
you don't want to give it to me,
no, it's okay.
because I will tell your jokes.
I will have one after I tell this. So when we first started creating content, I wasn't expecting it to go viral, but one day I woke up and I saw one of the videos got 90 million views. And I was super shocked. And
Which social network?
Instagram.
In one night?
In over the course of like 2-3 days. But overnight it got like...
What kind of joke that was? We have to throw it onto Russia.
It's not done yet. Let me finish. So then I woke up and I called Sandeep. And I said, Sandeep, it finally happened. And I was so happy. And I said, 90 million views on a video. And his response was, 90 million views, only 200,000 followers. What is this crap? And I was like, Sandeep, then we went to the mall and people were coming and saying, can I take picture? Can I take picture? And I said, Sandeep, can you believe it? And he said, yeah, but it's all men. Where are the women? So he doesn't know how to appreciate things sometimes, but it's okay. I was happy about it.
But please tell me, in terms of the humor, we talked a little bit, but about your popularity, how did it work for you? How did fame happen to you? What was your feeling? What were your emotions? I'm very curious about how did it feel when you woke up famous? Was it one day, a couple of days?
It happened over the course of about 6-7 months, but in the beginning, it was the first 3 months, it was just really crazy. What was weird was just the building maintenance guy, security guy was coming up asking for pictures. There was like random people on the street stopping us, and it was just a really strange experience. But the funniest thing is, I was so humble and grateful, and meanwhile Sandeep would hold them hostage. Anyone that would come, they would say, I love your videos. He would say, take a picture with me, take a picture with me. He would force them to take the picture. And they were like, no, it's okay, sir, I don't want picture. And he'd be like, no, take a picture.
Yeah, for me, see, when I was born only, I was famous.
Oh my God.
So this guy who just got famous recently. So, I was... For me, like when I was, as I told you about my son, Rise and son, so already I was famous from childhood. But I would say that I'm a very humble person, and I don't like to talk about my fame too much,
Actually, you are very deep in your thoughts. You have been born famous, and only now we found out about it.
No, actually, on a serious note, yeah, I was actually famous since... in school also I was winning competitions. I was doing stand-up for almost 14 years, and 3 years in a row, 2017, 18, 19, I won the Short and Sweet Comedy Festival with more than 150 participants from all over Middle East. Before that, I was Toastmaster.
Yeah, I've read about it. Yeah.
And then I thought that now I will become globally famous, right? But then nothing happened until I met this guy. And we made these videos. So
were you competitors before?
No, not competitor. No. He was just admiring me all the time.
What? No, I was there. That never happened.
Bro, Kenny Sebastian show you came.
Yes.
800 people. I was the opening act for Kenny Sebastian, who is an Indian comic all the way from India. He came and performed. I performed for 30 minutes because his harmonium did not come on time. Normally opening act should be 10 minutes, but he told me continue. This guy was one part of the audience. So after that he messaged me, bro, you are like awesome, bro.
Yes,
I was like, yeah, it's okay,
Oh my God, it got to his head.
So you're a fan?
It's okay, you can admit it. No, but the thing is that this is how the universe connects, okay? So our personalities are totally opposite. The way he thinks is exactly opposite mine. Yeah. So every day we fight. Every day there is argument. Argument in the way that I don't want to work with you anymore. That type of argument. Because his goals and his desires are exactly opposite because he's still very young. I'm also young, but I'm a little bit in age number it is big. So
No, please. Do you want to elaborate on that?
so
On your
he's
age as well? You can talk
he's
about it.
after money, I am after love.
I've never heard more bullshit in my entire life.
You must have felt did you feel some kind of loving energy sitting here?
Sandeep.
No, wait, let her answer. See, her hand is also.
She has a ring on her finger.
I'm not talking about that love. You know, like a loving energy on this side.
My husband has a rifle. He collects weapons.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, so you can.
No, I don't feel it.
No, I will also meet your husband. No problem.
She said he has a rifle.
Yeah, but I don't like to shoot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I only like to shoot to a woman's heart. Oh, that's a pun.
I don't know what. So yeah, that's true. You know, it's like our dynamic is the reason why this thing works, is because like in our videos as well, I'm kind of the straight-faced guy who's like more serious, and I'm like the real life person, whereas he's the underdog that everyone's rooting for. Like he's the person that everyone's like, they wish that they could say what comes to his mind. And so that's why the dynamic works. But also it's very frustrating dealing with him, because in the beginning I was editing all of the videos when we were putting it on social media, and I called him and I was like, Sandeep, I'm so tired, I cannot do this anymore. And he was in a beach in Tanzania drinking cocktails. Zanzibar. Thank you for clarifying. He was drinking cocktail on the beach and he said, just chill, bro, don't worry about all of this, relax. And I was going through a mental like breakdown. You know, so maybe we can decipher that.
No, the problem with this guy is he wanted to do the job by himself. He did not want to pay the editor.
Yeah.
So we already had an editor who can do the job. But this guy wants to be a hero for no reason.
It's not
hero without a cause.
I'm a perfectionist.
And he wants to edit by himself. And then he's saying, oh, I edited the video. I said, who told you to bloody edit? There is a bloody editor. Go and give him the job. It's like tomorrow you will say, I don't need the translator because I know English. Will you? You will still keep her, right? Because you don't have time to listen to everything I say. It's much easier. See,
Of course, she's the best.
You will still keep working with Jenny. So same way, we need an editor. So what I'm trying to tell you is that what he said is bullshit.
No, what you said, and your drawing is also bullshit. Look at mine. Masterpiece.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Modern art. Somebody will buy it for $1 million after you have a billion views. So what you do next is, once you have 1 billion views, you are going onto the stories and say, this is the picture that made it happen. I am ready to sell it. And you will be the next one to have $1 billion.
Absolutely. Can you sign this for me personally?
That's it. Okay, I understand that it's impossible to finish this way, but you're an artist, so let's start coloring. Take the color that you like. I've noticed one thing. I've been in show business before in Russia, and the performers sing the same songs. They hate songs. Everybody loves it. The whole country sings it. So first they sing it once, it's the beginning, then it's super popular, and then for 5-10 years they sing the same song, and they start hating these songs. They want new songs, but the audience doesn't want them. Everybody wants the old songs. But stand-up is vice versa. Everybody wants the new jokes. Nobody wants the old joke that was written 10 years ago and your favorite joke. No, everybody wants the new joke. And stand-up comedians always say that they have to come up with new material all the time. Is it difficult? Are you tired of the old jokes or coming up with new jokes all the time? Do you think it's unfair? And you just want to be Beyonce, you know, same song every year for 50 years.
No, see, some people have natural talent to come up with
oh my
jokes
God.
all the time. You know. I mean, I don't like to say too much good things about me, but anyway, to answer your question.
This was the biggest joke of all, I think.
So to answer your question, that no, it is even I struggle to come up with new jokes, because most of it I like to tell jokes about something which has happened in my life or something which I really like to talk about. And most of it is traumatic, or most of it is painful, most of it is angry. So when I sit to write, I have to go through that emotion to come up with something now funny for people to listen to. Because if I just say, people will say, I'm not your therapist, what are you talking about, you know, oh, so sad, you know, like they are not there to listen to your sad story or angry story. So for me to sit and write that and then try to think. It's too much
Brain power.
too much brain
capacity.
power, too much taxing, and also traumatic, because you get depressed, you become angry, you become, like. So what the brain does is, I would rather.
He dropped his microphone. This is why he's not a
No, the
professional.
mic is in this.
He had
Yeah,
one
the
job.
microphone disappeared.
Yeah, it disappeared. This is why. You see what I'm dealing with, Anastasia?
No, the mic is in its place. Wait.
Ah.
Oh.
Uh,
I
so
forgot to tell you, the coloring is also important. How you started is also a mistake, a typical beginner mistake. So if you're seeing all the circles and triangles here, your task is to connect neighboring cells together. By doing so, we are creating that neuron connection. Neuron connection is made of neighboring cells of the same color. Maybe you can do the triangles together, same color, yeah.
Material, to come up with new material is difficult, but people have been using the same material for 10 years, 20 years, because it is really good, and people have, not everybody has heard about them. So if you see that I have right now 90 minutes of material, but I don't want to, yeah, so 90 minutes.
He's
of
talking
material,
about
but
clothing
which took me
material.
almost like 8 years to prepare, because I never used to go and perform every day, like I have old material from the times that I used to perform in 2012 to 15, which is another 1 hour, but I cannot use them now because it is not relevant in today's time. So
Yeah, they're just out
sometimes
of
you
time
make
now.
jokes which are, it's like COVID. So I have like 30 minutes of COVID jokes which I cannot use. But if you take all the jokes that I have written and performed over last 12 years, it might be 5 hours. But right now, to keep it fresh, it's only 90 minutes.
Also, the other thing is that our audience in the beginning, when we went on tour especially, they wanted to hear the same jokes over and over again. Even though we were kind of worried about repeating them, or we didn't want to repeat them, our greatest hits, which were some of our videos of our job interview, where I interview him for the job, which is how we got famous initially, they wanted us to recreate that on stage. So everywhere we went, we had to do those same ones a lot of times, so that became a bit repetitive for us. But it's what they wanted. Like, they came to our show to see this, so we have to give it to
They
them.
wanted a hit,
Yes, they wanted the hits, and they were like the most excited about that. The stand-up comedy was nice, but then they were like, okay guys, when are you gonna do the thing we came for, so.
Very funny. In Russia it works a bit differently. Yeah, everybody wants the new stuff. Nobody wants the old jokes anymore. Huh? Actually, in Russia, stand-up is super popular, crazy popular. And people who have been in stand-up for 10 years or more, they're very recognized, they're super rich, really celebrities, yeah.
Wow, what kind of jokes do they joke about in Russia? Is it like more like...
There are a lot of jokes, political jokes, but it's very dangerous. Do you have political jokes?
No, we don't like to talk.
Yeah. And a number of people were actually joking that bad that they had to leave Russia. Because
Wow.
the jokes were borderline. Yeah, they live in Dubai, by the way, yeah, in Turkey.
Wow.
And the most popular topic is relationship, of course. Husband, wife, gender differences, what are women, what are men. And female stand-up is very popular too, it's a separate niche. And the girls joke only about female topics, but men watch it as well. And there's also stand-up club that people come over and stand-up comedians come over to check their material. The price for entrance is very low, it's like $5, yeah, very, very cheap. Comedians come there to perform their new jokes, and it's super popular, crazy popular. Young stand-up comedians go there to perform, to check if their material is all right, and star performers perform there as well, but the price is obviously more. And when it was my birthday, I actually ordered a performance from 2 stand-up comedians, and the girl was there with her new jokes, and she involved us quite a lot, and we loved it. We laughed so much. But the guy brought old stuff. And as we knew him very well, we heard all the jokes already, and we were like, Okay, it was a bit, awkward. But stand-up in Russia is super popular. It's crazy popular. All the young guys who want to be popular, people wanted to be bloggers, movie stars. Now everybody wants to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, guys have a transition in their life where they first get into stand-up comedy to get girls because they think that when you're funny, you can get girls, and then they come in with that kind of an objective. Then later on, they see like, okay, there might be a career over here. There might be something. Because some of us started it for fame.
But I don't know. I'm not attracting female attraction, but I like people to laugh.
Right, yeah, of course. Well, I think some of us started it for fame and some started to get girls originally, so.
See, when it comes to girls, right,
What is this accent you're putting?
Oh, that is my Texan accent. Do you want to hear my Texan accent?
Oh my God.
So it's very nice marrying Anastasia. I really like this neurographic, and I'm not very good in drawing, but thanks to you, and your positive energy, it really helped me to become really good at neurographics.
Sandeep, you sound like an Indian living in Texas. You don't sound like a Texas American.
Because you're Indian. You think everybody is Indian.
You
want the accents to professionals.
Do you want to hear his? He has a Russian accent also. You want to hear
Russian accent.
Yes, please.
Anastasia, I told you to come to Moscow. Why you come to Dubai? Baby, I told you, no, this device, this is not good for you. This neurographic.
Very similar, yeah.
You sound like you're having a stroke.
Your husband is my friend. He said that he will shoot me with the rifle if I don't bring you back to him. So please, baby, I have other work to do.
Oh my God.
Let's go back to Moscow.
I don't know if I should be scared or if I should be...
I feel like I'm dealing with a Russian entrepreneur here.
Yeah.
Please, Anastasia, only take this Sandeep back to Moscow with you. Leave this other guy. What is his name? Anand, I don't know.
It's Anand, I told
Just
you already.
leave him there in Dubai and take this Sandeep with you. Okay, Baba?
Baba.
Baba Yaga.
Anastasia.
You know that?
Here is my Russian accent. You don't have to worry. I'm from Moscow, Russia, and I come here just to talk with you, Anastasia, because we can go. Maybe we can have some vodka, and you don't talk to this guy. He's really a stupid guy. I don't know.
You sound like Arabic.
But I love to travel. Maybe we go to Dagestan. You know Dagestan.
Dagestan.
Very nice place.
And there she will put dagger in your heart.
But no, it's very nice. I'm a pure intention guy. I'm a very good guy. So this guy is from India KGB or something. I don't know.
The accent really works. You can go to Russia now. Yes. Everybody will understand you.
And you stay over here. You stay here.
No, she meant you go to Tajikistan. She will take me to Moscow.
Yeah.
So.
It's not Tajikistan, I said Dagestan.
Yeah, that only.
Dagestan is different. Yeah, it's Russia. Which country is the country that you'd like to perform more?
I really want to perform in Malaysia and Singapore because we have a lot of fans over there, and we actually have a lot of fans in South Africa as well. Yeah, South Africa, we have a lot of fans over there, so we want to go.
A very important question. Your blog, the viral one, it's only in English, right?
It's in English, but many people have translated it to different languages. So there's people who have translated to Arabic, to Russian, to different places, and they've spread it across internationally in different places.
How do you feel about your video being translated into another language, into a different account, has more views than the one on an original account?
I love it personally. He doesn't like it. He's like, take down the account. They're stealing our stuff. I said, it's good because people will see our face. It's more universal. It's billions of views. It doesn't have to be on our account.
You'll be
because
recognized, of
then
course,
we get recognized everywhere. Yeah. So I like it personally.
And how much time do you consider yourself famous? For how I don't know how long your career has been. Was it a month, 5 years? As you've been receiving the awards for a number of years, I've heard.
Yeah, see, as I told you before also, I don't like to say too much good things about myself. I don't like to boast about myself. But since you asked, I have no other choice. So when I was Toastmaster, I used to win a lot of awards. I wanted to give TED Talks. I was thinking that I will become a very serious motivational speaker. That was my goal. Because my mother said, you cannot be doctor, so at least be a bloody this one. But then when I started doing all the speech, people were laughing. So I was telling a serious one, people laughing. So the people in Toastmaster said, why don't you do this stand-up comedy? That time I did not know what stand-up comedy was. Then I started doing stand-up comedy and I was winning competitions and all.
And his only fan at that time was his mother. So no one else used to listen to his talks.
No,
but to answer your question, our fame has happened in the past 8 months, 9 months, something like that.
No,
around
we,
that time.
we
So it's,
famed
yeah.
July 2023.
No, November.
July 16.
So you are young
July
as
6th.
superstars, yeah. I actually wanted to mention that my history is vice versa. My story is vice versa. I have been a motivational speaker, and I had my own show in Moscow in January this year. There was 4,000 people who bought my
4,000.
4,000.
and everything was great, but I really would like to make them laugh as well. They were not here for the funny jokes, they were there for the drawings. There was 4,200 people, a full auditorium, because I would like to joke, but they're not funny.
I think
Oh,
you could
no,
be
you are
really
funny.
funny. I think the husband pistol thing, like you definitely could be funny,
Yeah.
And I think like you have it in you, especially like you can tie it into your neurographics. Like when you're drawing with people, I know you want to make them feel comfortable, but sometimes you can feel free to say like, what is this drawing? My cat can draw better than this if it throws up on the carpet, So like you can make some jokes about their drawing. It will be, I think you can make it funny,
Yeah, exactly. I would really like to add jokes so that people could be, just relaxed when they draw. Because neurographics is a new psychology. People are here to solve their problems, panic attacks, extra weight, problems with their husband, or other problems that they cannot solve themselves. And it would be really cool that while they're drawing, that we're not only focused on the problems, but, just have a laugh every now and then. I would love that. I would be very happy if that happened.
That is a very good thing that you are saying. Alternatively, you can take me and you do all the motivational talk and then I will do all the jokes. So together we will be very good combination.
Excuse me, what about me? You just cut me out of the equation. You just said you and her
Yeah,
will go.
he will be our drawing instructor.
I am the reason why two super famous comedians of the Middle East broke up. That's it, we're done shooting here. Okay, 9 months of popularity. You do understand that a lot of comedians will be watching us now. We are shooting this video exactly for these people, where people are quite dreaming about this career. So what changed for you when you became famous? You woke up famous and what happened?
Well, the most important thing was that we started to be taken seriously in the comedy scene. People started actually giving us what we did because like he said, for 14 years he was doing stand-up comedy. No one came and watched him. But, some people came and watched, sorry. But
Bro,
the most
everybody
important...
was watching I told I won competition.
Sure, yeah, in your head.
Then
so
you tell me that why I don't want to work with you and why I don't want to take you to Moscow.
Well, I already told you I'm going to go to Moscow with or without you. So the thing is that the thing that changed was we were able to travel to these different countries and we were able to have access to different influencers who before we were not able to talk to before. There's like some famous YouTubers, famous celebrities that we were able to get in touch with in the past 9 months. We met Bollywood actors like Salman Khan and some really big actors as well from this, which was very cool.
So have you risen your prices as well?
Yes, of course. With the fame comes the increase in prices. In fact, I was able to quit my job, so I'm doing this full time now. In the past 2 weeks, I left my job as a social media manager, and now I'm doing content creation full time. Sandeep is still working in his job.
Ah, there we are. You were dealing with SMM before. That works, right. When you are that good in SMM and you are a good comedian, amazing. That's how you become a star.
I'm also a good comedian. But
that was a joke, come on.
I know. No, I will say like luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So I was prepared the whole time because in my job I was dealing with influencers, doing content creation. So when this moment happened, it made us ready, you know, we were ready for it.
Do you get tired by creating content all the time? I'm so tired when I have to do reels all the time. I'm a blogger, I have subscribers, I have followers, and I am ready to chat to them any way possible. I'm ready to do the videos, everything, but not the reels. I hate that. Do you like that or not?
No, we like the art of making the content, but Sandeep also talks about like how much it is mentally taxing, and like how he's ready to leave at any point because it's a lot on your mental brain, to create the reels all the time and reading the comments. The comments are nice, of course, but then just like paying attention to the numbers on social media becomes very addicting, and then you start to get too focused on those kind of things. But I want to ask you something, Anastasia. Like you mentioned, there's a lot of people that come to you with traumas that you draw, and like you really help them out, which is really nice. But have you ever had an instance where a woman was like, my husband ran off with this other girl, I want to draw something where he's gonna like a plane is gonna fall on him or something, I want to manifest this?
Well, it works that way, believe it or not.
I don't know, okay.
I actually have a meme about that on my Instagram. Like neurographical memes, and there's a joke, and I came up with it by myself, by the way. I can actually show it to you. Can I have the phone?
Please.
So I decided to have more subscribers, more followers, so I decided to come up with more memes about neurographics. And I'll show you the one that had 4 million views, the reels. I can't say that it's funny. I'll try to translate it, and let's see. So it's 4.1 million views. So the husband says that he earned everything himself. So the cat just hits him saying like, neurographics, I did it, I dreamt about it, I was making all the wishes, yeah, I manifested it, yeah.
I manifested it, the girl said, yeah. My girlfriend said the same thing. When I first became famous, she said,
Is she Russian?
She said, who? No, she's not. She's Tanzanian, and so she said, what about me? I was the one that prayed every day, and I was the one that manifested it for you.
Exactly. She is my perfect audience. I really need people to see the neurographics. Please show it to her, this video. And the joke I was talking about, this one. When the husband said sorry, but it was too late. You already knew the neurographics to get yourself a new man. So yeah, that's my humor,
I like it. Memes are very relatable. They're like a funny sense of, and they're like more for like this younger generation. So it's good you're like tapping into that.
Thank you. You're so kind. You're so kind. It's very nice.
How did you get into this neurographic?
I'll tell you, it's an interesting story. I've been an entrepreneur for many years. I had a business, and in my niche, people earned so much, millions, and I earned very little. Not much, millions as well, but small millions. So I started, like any person, I started learning about things. I got a team of SMM managers, I did my targeting, everything. I saw that people were earning a lot, and I wasn't really doing much. 6 years I spent on that, and nothing changed. It was like a glass ceiling over me. So I really started learning any method possible, even esoterical one, because I understood it's not the marketing. Whether marketing or SMM, it really doesn't affect us from achieving us. We can grow or we can stop ourselves in our growth. So I went to a psychologist, I went to regression. Your girlfriend must know that very well. Visualization, manifestation, all of it. And once my friend told me, why don't you try neurographics? So I started drawing, and I really saw that my income grew times and times, and it grew 5 times, 7 times. It's obvious. Sometimes I draw for other topics as well. If you're drawing about your husband, you are scared of him or he's offending you, you can't really see how fast you reach your goals. But when you say, I want this money, I want this income, you can show it. It is achievable. It's quantifiable. I showed all those drawings on the internet, 10 drawings, 5 drawings, etc. And I did it every month. And I also showed my income every month. I showed screenshots from my online banking. The numbers were amazing. I never expected that to be that way. I was quite impressed, and everybody started drawing with me. At first I think, okay, it's a coincidence. But by now, I have 500,000 people having studied neurographics with me, and I really see that it works for them. It's the new psychology which never worked before, and I really want the whole world to know this method. This method comes from Russia, and the world doesn't really know it yet. But in Russia, it's been going on for 10 years, and all the people who work with me have record growth, personal growth, financial growth within our country, because a lot of people are drawing. And I really want to do something about it. A lot of aggression in the world at the moment. The teenagers in their schools, you know, the bullying happening, they're really mean to each other, and people who do not allow change for other people, you know, hate because of religion, all that stuff, racial hate. It's very sad. If all those people were to draw, there will be so much more happiness in the world, and no conflicts, because not many people can go to a psychologist. It's time, it's money. Even though you can do it via Zoom, it's still a lot of effort. But if a hormonally challenged teenager whose girlfriend went to see another guy would sit down and just draw with me for free, he would feel so much better. That's my goal. And in terms of humor, I just like it. And I thought, oh wow, your art is so beautiful. I made so much fun of you, but your drawing is amazing.
Спасибо.
So humor, yeah. I like it myself. And I think it's the trigger point that will attract a lot of attention from different people. And thanks to humor, I will be able to advance in my neurographics development even further. You know, people can look at the meme with the cat that I showed you, and he will see something deeper in that and will start drawing. How does it feel for you to be drawing now? Does it feel better?
It feels very relaxing. I feel like in the beginning I was a bit apprehensive, but now I feel like it's actually starting to have an effect on me, which is very interesting.
And when you have so many emotions inside of you, you know, money, relationship, how you see yourself, how you look, it's too much for us, and there is no such thing as, you know, solving it. You either have to deal with a psychologist or elsewhere. I was very overweight, by the way. I was more than 100 kilos, and it just didn't go away.
Wow.
I tried to work with it for more than 20 years. But once I started neurographics, I made it my goal, and I lost all the weight, and I have been in the same weight for the last 3 years. I used
heard
to
that Sandeep will
wear
help you get
XL,
a
and now I
six-pack if you do.
wear S.
If you
Did you meet your husband before neurographic or after neurographic?
We have been together with my husband for 17 years, and we have 2 children. And in terms of neurographics, yeah, well, it's not because I didn't meet my husband because of neurographics, but a lot of women who have problems and do start doing neurographics, they can find their love. Because you start behaving differently. If you're a man, for example, you start viewing women in a different way. It really changes your life. It sounds funny, you know, but no, it actually works. And in Russia, people draw a lot, hundreds of thousands of people. It really works. It's super popular. So I would really like the world to know about it, and for this to become a new tendency, you know, for people to draw and profit from it. Okay, I'm finished here.
What is the love mean to you?
Love, oh wow. That's, for me, oh come on, are you having an interview with me or what? I am supposed to ask questions here.
who will interview?
You know, I like that phrase that love is attention. We can show our love by giving gifts, saying compliments, but love is always attention. So love to yourself is also attention to yourself. When you don't love yourself, you forget about yourself. You can skip a meal, you forget to have enough sleep. It's not the only word that I use when I talk about love, but I really think that it's the attention that you're spending on yourself, on another person.
But Anastasia, so like I believe in manifestation because I've heard of things like Jim Carrey, for example, one of the famous comedians. He
Exactly. Yeah, I know
wrote
the
a check,
story.
you know, for $1 million. Yeah. So,
yes.
and it like actually came true for him. But then when my girlfriend comes to me and says, "I'm sorry, I crashed your car because Mercury is in retrograde," how do I? You know, she's saying it's because the moon and the stars, and that's why. So like. Where's the fine line, you know, like that's so...
Exactly, the line. And I'll tell you, actually, it turns out that psychology is not really scientific. There's no proof for Freud or Jung. We just have been hearing about them for 100 years and we think they're right. However, there are things that seem stupid and meaningless, but they work for some reason. I cannot explain how that works, but it does. And in my blog, I talk about different things. There is a technique where you say manifestation to the universe. You write it, dear universe, please help me with...
words of affirmation. Yeah.
For example, I tell you, I need a full auditorium for my concerts. All the people should be there. I promise I'll be grateful. I promise I'll be happy. And you just sign it and put the date. It sounds stupid, but it works.
So you're telling me Sandeep has wanted a six-pack for the longest time. He's wanted to train. You can see over here, it's been a while since he's gone to the gym.
Yeah.
So now if he wants to do this, if he starts doing this neurographic, you're saying he will get six-pack?
He does the rounding correctly.
If he does the rounding correctly. Until then, this is the only rounding that's happening over here, I think. Okay, so we will...
All right. I see that we will not get you a classical drawing, so we'll just, be creative here. So I suggest that we do a motivation for the people that are watching this video worldwide. This interview will be in Russian and in English. So what would you tell the people who are watching us and who would like to become successful, famous, media recognizable, but the people who are still working in a 9-to-5 job, at the moment, and they're not happy with that job, but they dream about stand-up comedians?
I would say start today, take action now. You're only living this life for a limited amount of time. When I was working my 9-to-5 job for 6 years, every single day I still made time to go to the gym. I still made time to go for jiu-jitsu, for kickboxing. At the same time, I used to sleep on my sister's couch because I didn't have a place to live. So I used to do all of these things and I would still find time to write jokes and then go and perform them on stage. So the only limit is your mind. You have all of the potential in the world. After all, like, you don't have to worry about if you're too old or if if you haven't done it before. I mean, there's so many actors and so many people who have made it later on in their life. Take different kinds of actors, for example. So I think the main thing is just to take action today, to start now.
I'm really motivated by what you're saying. So anyone can become a comedian, just an old lady like me too?
Absolutely. You can definitely become a comedian. Just help me make millions of dollars and help me get on Netflix and I'll help you become a comedian. No worries.
Agreed. Would you like to say something as well? Something motivational? Because you're a motivational speaker, right?
Remember, one thing is that whatever you feel like doing, do. Whatever you don't feel like doing, don't do. Don't be worried about society or your parents' desires or your friend desire, because most of our motivation and desires is coming from the society. When I say society, it is coming from your father, mother, uncle, auntie, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, and that is influencing you to do certain things. So if I want to build six-pack abs, is not my actual desire, it is coming from society. Maybe somebody has told me that if you want a hot lady, you need to have six-pack abs. But my other part of the mind and soul is not wanting that kind of relationship where the woman is only interested in my six-pack abs. So when I go to the gym, I don't feel like working out. But the other part is saying, no, you need to work out because then you will get a hot woman. But do I want a hot woman who only likes my six-pack or she likes my soul? Is a conflict which is happening in my head. So when people say, oh, I want to be stand-up comedian, they have to ask themselves, for what? Is it because of money? Is it because of getting women? Or is it because you feel joy in your heart and soul, because sometimes joy is only in the mind, it's not in your soul and heart. And when the joy happens in your heart and soul and not in the mind, that is the thing you need to do, because the mind is going to make you do something for a very short period of time, then jump on another thing, then jump, because the mind is like a monkey mind. So, when you are on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you are swiping, that is your mind. So, today you will say this is my passion, I love doing stand-up comedy, tomorrow you will say I love being in this job, but after 1 year you say, oh, this is not what I enjoy, I want to do something else. So, you keep jumping, is because your motivations are not driven intrinsically, it is not driven from your own heart and soul, it is given to you by society and has been brainwashed you completely. So, the day you discover that, and that is a discovery process, that is your own inner journey, and that is what happened when I went to and did all this ayahuasca and all. That is when that whole thing came out, that is where I cried, and that is where I released all my emotions, and I felt because in the whole time I was only saying I am connected with the universe, until the shaman said, shut up, there are other people also sitting here. So, we need to, so the answer to your question is that do what your heart and soul desires, not what people have told you to do. Okay, now you have some obligations to look after your children or your family, so you are forced to do a certain job, well then you don't have any choice, continue doing that. But whatever time you feel you have, maybe you can do what your heart really wants to do. And that is the problem what is happened in today's society. 90% of people who are doing something they don't really enjoy. That reminds me I have to quit my job. Okay.
My dear friends, it was so good. Thank you so much. It was my wonderful chance to talk and ask questions with people who are really doing it on such a big scale. This what your drawing should look like by the end of the interview, but unfortunately I have to say that certain people have to have more time even though they have the best instructor next to them. Would we like to give a prize to the people who are going to be watching this interview, or do we not care?
Absolutely. Sorry, you said prize? Would you like to give a prize?
Prize? Yeah, prize.
Like
Maybe
advice or?
No, prize.
Oh, like a raffle draw or something? Yeah, sure, definitely.
Do the following. Whoever tags us in social network, anyone, Instagram, Facebook, anything, TikTok, people who will tag you and me, let's do a prize of $500. Let's do that. That's amazing. Instagram?
Yeah, that works. Let's do it for Instagram maybe, so that we can, keep it targeted. So Instagram, maybe,
amazing. Instagram. So please make a story, post a story with the tags to our Instagram accounts, and we will choose one story, and we will give $500 because it's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the interview. We are really looking forward to seeing you in Russia sooner or later, and we would love to have you there. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the interview, and it was really nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is such a pleasure meeting you. You are a very beautiful soul.
Thank you.
Because sometimes you meet people and you feel instantly connected, and you have that kind of vibe and energy. So I am feeling very blessed.
It's so nice to hear. Thank you so
blessed
much.
to meet you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank
and
you.
I'm going to be on Netflix because of my drawing right now, guys, as you can see. This is going to make me millions and millions of dollars, and then I'll finally be able to get rid of this guy.
In 5 years, I will do a reels with this video because it will be a proof. You will see that happening. You will see.
I believe it.
That is documented, and Jim Carrey can come up with whatever stories that he wants, but this is a documented the story. You have a proof here, you know.
And guys, this is my love, which has got many different colors, and This also shows that I am everywhere. This is
And
all
don't
my
know how to
life that
follow
I have lived
instructions. Because
until now.
all over the place. You had one job and you ruined it.
And this is what society will tell you, that voice that you just heard. But let not that distract you from what you really love to do.
He's right.
And this is my
You're
love.
absolutely right.
This is what I want to do. And if you feel connected to this, start your journey.
Anastasia, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.